Ladies and gents, welcome to a special edition of Controversy and Chaos, the Love Island Reunion edition, okay?
Because we had to.
We had to. Now, for everyone who doesn't know, I am new to Love Island. Sierra has only been begging me to watch Love Island for years. Years, like forever. Probably since season 1 of USA. Been asking me to watch Love Island. And I just be like, once she started explaining that this shit come on every day, I said, oh, baby, I can't watch that. The ADHD in me, baby, it's done. I can't do it. And I also think I have gotten so used to binging things. Like, I don't know what comes on TV, anything. Ever since I got rid of cable, I couldn't tell you anything.
Well, Love Island's on Peacock now. It's not even on cable no more.
Yes, and I do have Peacock. And by the time I watched it, I watched every single episode. So it was like that whole day-to-day, the suspense be killing me. Like, I need to watch my shit right now, back to back to back to back to back to back to back. So I watched it, and then I had 2 weeks to sit with no fucking reunion. And now we got to the reunion. So let's recap, because a bitch has notes. Okay.
Look, and it
prepared.
Okay, where are we starting? Let's just say the internet is already in an uproar. Some of it I understand. Other parts is like, oh, y'all must be new here. I get it.
We'll do the overall rating at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I just wrote it down like section by section. My first comment was Aaron is awkward as fuck. It's just like when they were panning to the whole cast, like he just knew his shit was about to hit the fan. So he just looks mad uncomfortable.
Of course.
Like, oh my God, I know what's coming.
I mean, you would look uncomfortable too if you sat up here and laid up with somebody for I don't know how long, and you had multiple opportunities to tell them the truth, and you refuse to tell them the truth just for them to get the truth at the reunion.
Yes, we're gonna get to that.
Because you knew she wasn't going to watch the show, or she didn't watch the show, so you just kept lying to her like a psychopathic narcissist.
Yes, the whole thing was just giving like, are you well? Because for him to get up there and say, oh, I was just going to let it come out during the union. What? So instead of like sparing me the public humiliation of finding out right now, you didn't think that, hey, all of these weeks, you could have told me what happened. We're doing interviews and people that are interviewing us have seen it. Like, what if somebody said something on one of the interviews and what was you just going to do?
Well, they have. And that's the thing where it's like, Kaylor,
clearly not into the depth.
No, listen, this one podcast that they went on was ringing Aaron out, like fresh out the villa. Okay. And my thing is, Kaylor.
Is that the one where they were both like on Skype or Zoom or whatever?
I think so. But it's like they was giving it to them hard. And she's the one who chose to be delusional in peace. That's what she said. Like, I'm going to ride this train. I didn't watch the show yet, blah, 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 blah. And, granted, she's young. So she needed her time to figure out, okay, let me see what I'm doing here. But the first thing I would have did was roll back them tapes. That's just me.
Hello. If I saw what I saw, just a clip of while I was there, the first thing I'm going to do, I don't even have to watch the whole season. I don't have to watch the whole season, but we're going to get to the shit. Like, I'm going to get to see what I need to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was like, huh? So you, not only did you kiss this girl, could have got over kissing this girl. Cool, whatever. Then he's just like, you're putting your hand in her pants. I'm just like, oh.
Taking her to the shower, doing the same little handshake.
You could never come back from those things. Just disgusting. How about that?
Very much so. Very much so.
And then Rob chiming in. I'm like, y'all two are not beating the allegations.
At all.
You're not beating the allegations, because every time he gets in it, like, no. We don't need you. He's just a really good person. Shut up. Nobody asked you. Shut up. But also Liv, she does the same thing that Rob does. So I will give him a little leeway. Liv does the exact same thing. Liv is that girl that your man does not want you to have a friend like Liv.
Mm-hmm. But the difference is Liv.
If you do something crazy, she gonna be going off on your man.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't know boundaries, but I feel like that's a
Yes.
cultural thing that's giving UK vibes for sure.
Is she from Australia? But
Whatever.
yeah.
She from over there. But I also feel like Liv, although I don't necessarily care for her approach sometimes, she's not a liar. For real. She be standing on business. She might be a little extra with it, but I can't really say that she's ever lied. Do I like how production, and I know we're going to get there, but I don't really care for how production painted Leah when it came to who was driving the bus situation.
Yes. Yes.
But, you know, those were the
Yeah.
two most vocal people in the conversation. Serena barely said a damn word in the conversation. Kaylor couldn't really say nothing because, I mean, she was stuck with Aaron. All she, like,
Yeah,
we'll get
like
there. Go ahead.
we could get there because they played the whole feels like 20 minutes we watched this whole conversation. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the other couple that really shit just falling out, Kendall and Nicole. Like I knew when they didn't jump in right away, like as soon as they bring everybody out, they're like, oh, how are the couples doing? Like Serena and Cordell, we want to know how
Mm-hmm.
y'all doing. Oh, Leah and Miguel, we want to know how y'all doing. Janae and Kenny, we want to know how y'all doing. And then they skipped over Nicole and Kendall. I said, oh, they about to get to the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the shit. Even in that whole situation, I'm just, I don't know how to feel because like some of the things
I have a
Nicole
lot
was
of
saying,
feelings
like I could get with, but I think it was just like the delivery.
in the situation behind it
Yes, delivery
because
and the situation. Like this whole spreading of the cheeks happened before y'all met.
now granted,
This-
is it crazy that it was the 2 week span when you supposed to be at the hotel, making sure you don't got COVID, STDs and all
But
that
I
stuff?
don't even think that that's even like outlandish because like
It's not
all of these,
outlandish, but
all
it's
them people
still,
came to that villa horny, minus a few. What did you thought he was
yeah,
sitting in a hotel room for 2 weeks doing what?
not getting to know anybody. Like,
Like he was in a hotel. Like if you're in a hotel room by yourself, you still have access to your phone. You're still doing the same shit you did before you got there. So if his whole thing is swiping right and extracurriculars on a dating app, I think it's crazy. But I feel like I just don't understand people's mindset when you be so upset about something somebody did before they was with you. Like he was original person in the villa. You weren't.
mm-hmm,
So it wasn't like y'all met right off the bat.
mm-hmm,
Y'all met
yeah.
further down the line. So girl, what are you sitting here and being mad at? Like she's just like, oh, I just been taking the brunt of it online. And I just be like,
Well, here's my theory
for
behind that.
my FYP?
I feel like the reason why she's upset is because when she talked to him about it originally, he didn't say, "Oh yeah, this was happened when I was at the hotel." He made it seem like it was years ago. So it's like, Kendall,
Mm,
like, why'd you lie? Like, you know what I mean? However, I feel like her real issue is something that I don't know if we should talk about because I don't want to be spreading rumors. But I feel
yeah.
like
We on the same page, but we
I
could.
feel like her real issue is that she's questioning some other things, and she can't
Mm-hmm.
say that on TV because she doesn't want to come off homophobic, any
Yeah.
phobics. She don't want to come off as whatever. So she's playing victim and saying, "Oh my God, you lied to me." But like Serena said, girl, if you feel that harshly about him lying to you about that, either you're gonna be with him or not.
Or you're
What is
not.
there to question? Give it up.
Exactly.
Like,
Like,
there's really nothing to talk about here. If you're that mad about him lying about a timeline, whether regardless of the fact it was before you even came into the house,
yeah.
I don't think she's even mad about the timeline. I think she's mad
She
about
just
one,
needed
the
an
video.
she just
Yeah,
needed an
yeah.
excuse.
And realistically, when they played that conversation that we're gonna get into, that reminded me that Nicole really was gunning for Miguel. I forgot
Yes.
about that. I forgot about the
Yes.
little kiss. I forgot because I was watching in real time, so many things happen. You forget,
Oh,
and it's
yes.
like you stayed
Yes.
with Kendall because he was the safe bet, and you thought you was going to win, babes. It didn't happen.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, part of my issue with the reunion is that they didn't get into these things. Like, y'all have had all of this time, y'all have had social media. Like most shows, you don't get that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like they film the show and they have filmed the reunion before any of all of this shit gets to seep in. But the cast
Yeah.
has been out, they've been doing interviews, they've been hanging out with each other. So at what point, like, why is these things not coming up? Because I'm just like, I would have brought that up. Like, well, okay, Nicole, you're upset about X, Y, and Z, but wasn't you the same one that she wanted Miguel? She
Yeah.
wanted Miguel. She was,
And
I feel
Kendall didn't
like,
even know about that shit till tonight.
yes, yes, and you could see it on his face. And
Mm-hmm.
also, it's just like you said, I think because she kind of, like one, Miguel was interested in Leah as well, but
Mm-hmm.
I think she kind of put Miguel kind of in the fuckboy box and kind of was just like, I already know if I choose Miguel, I'm gonna be going home
It's a
because the next,
gamble. Mm-hmm.
it's a gamble. The next bombshell who comes in, he gonna be looking at her, and now I'm gonna be screwed. So with
Mm-hmm.
Kendall, and I think I felt that way about them the entirety that they were together, that she was
Yeah.
with Kendall because it allowed her to stay in the villa. Nobody else was wanted to be coupled up with Kendall, and he was the safe bet.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes their interactions
Yeah.
were kind of giving like, this is an arranged thing. You need to
Yeah.
stay here, I need to stay here, so let's just stay coupled up together.
Now, granted, do I think Nicole liked Kendall? Yes, but I definitely think that he was in it way more than she was, and she was
Definitely.
open to exploring. Like, Kendall barely, I can't remember him even doing anything with anybody else, even at Casa Amor. I'm like,
No.
I forgot he was even there, other than him being messy and starting shit.
That
Like,
was his role in Casa. His role in Casa
yeah.
was to like, I'm gonna let y'all hang yourselves, and I'm just here to like
Mm-hmm.
kiki in the background and instigate. That's all
Yeah.
that he did. I don't think that he talked to anyone else really.
Mm-mm. I don't
No one,
remember him
and
talking
even if
to
he
a
did, it
soul.
wasn't significant. So
Mm-mm.
moving
Yeah.
on. But yeah, I just that whole exchange is just giving, okay, this is layered, and you shouldn't have had that conversation right then and now because I need to say the shit that I need to say. I need
Mm-hmm.
to ask the questions that I need to ask, and this ain't the place to do that right here, right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, she had to get up there and perform a little bit
Do something, because
because
otherwise she just would have been mute like the rest of them. But yeah, and even in that situation, let me tell you, Janae is a rational queen. She was very rational in like her response to her. It was just like, same thing. Okay, well, this was before you. I think you've been a little harsh. I think you've been a little dramatic. Like, we can all understand.
mm-hmm.
Okay, he lied because it was a lot going on. He was, nervous. He was
Imagine
embarrassed.
your booty cheek
People,
spread across the internet.
yes. So it's just like, it was not about you like, oh, I'm not trying to lie to hurt you. It's just more of like embarrassment. I just said like the first thing that came to mind, which
Mm-hmm.
albeit wasn't the truth. Should you lie? No. But it's like understandable. It's not
Yeah.
like it's not like it was a situation where y'all left the villa and then this like those pictures happened and
Mm-hmm.
then they came out. Y'all wasn't together when that happened. So girl,
Please
go
hang it
talk
up
about your
flat
real
screen.
issue at home.
Mm-hmm. Or don't tell him you're not interested.
Which is really the case. You don't want to be with him, girl. Just
Yeah, and it's okay.
move by.
Because while I was
You
on TikTok and I saw y'all arguing at the amusement park, who argues at the amusement park? Like, girl.
oh, not at the happiest place on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next we got to get into the Rob segment,
Go ahead.
or the lack thereof of the Rob segment.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the girls had wanted to get PPG wanted to get the shit off their chest about Andrea, which rightfully so. I don't feel bad for Andrea. You've been on the
Not at all.
internet talking shit since you left the villa, and now that people are here present day in your face, now you want to put on your tears. No, ma'am.
No
Keep
white
that
woman
same.
tears today.
No, ma'am.
Is
Keep
she
your
white?
same. And I don't know, but keep that same energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you wasn't crying then when you were doing TikToks. You weren't crying on live. You weren't crying on these interviews that you were saying negative shit about people. So don't get up here for all these other people who some people are trying to stay off the internet so they really don't know anything about what's going on
Mm-hmm.
and try to put that in your favor. Like, I just don't like that. I hated
Yeah.
it.
And then her trying to team up with the Casa girls so she could have a friend. Bye.
Yeah, like, girl, you wasn't part of that crew either. Stop. You just want somebody and anybody to feel sorry for you. And babe, you were there for two
Mm-mm.
days. Shut the hell up.
Mm-mm. It was
Like
giving.
it just. But I love Janae pulled out that paper. I said, "Oh baby, she was on your ass when she said, "Oh, these are the people that I'm checking for at the reunion. You will
Mm-hmm.
be addressed." And I
With
said,
receipts.
with receipts, print that paper out. I want to know what was on all them pages. I need the documents to be published
Mm-hmm.
because I need to know what documentation she had.
Janae,
What
post them on your
post
story.
them up? We need to see them. 24 hours. Like you could do a real quick post and delete so the blogs could grab it, and then you could
Mm-hmm.
be like, "Oh no, it was an accident." You know how they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
A little PR
like
stunt.
we need to get to the shit. But
Mm-hmm.
even through that whole thing, I don't like that. And I feel like production favors Rob. So they really push things in a way that he's always going to be in a favorable light. And I don't like that
Mm-hmm.
because Rob was not just this old saint of Love Island.
Hell no.
Rob was a liar and a manipulator just as much, if not the biggest. No, Aaron is the biggest liar. He's right up under. Probably
Yeah.
the way that they prefer it. Right up under. And it's just like production. Stop. Get
Yeah.
to the shit that the people, the audience want to see. This is not about if you like him as a person or not. This is about entertaining television. And we had questions that needed answers and we didn't fucking get them. Because
Mm-mm.
y'all allowed the segment to turn into a whole Andrea fest when she was there for 2 fucking days.
Yeah, like
That shit got me tight. That made me so mad.
speaking of that, so because I know we said we are going to circle back, I'm happy that Liv took accountability and owned up to the fact that she just ran with whatever Rob and Aaron, whatever was spewing to her instead of going to
Mhm.
Leah and talking to her. But at the end of the day, production definitely painted Leah in a terrible light and tried to make it seem like she wanted Andrea out the house just so she can get Rob back, which didn't even make sense as she stated. And I just didn't like that. Like, I really feel like production every year for Love Island, like the people of color, especially the Black women, always have issues on the show how they're being portrayed. Now, Leah, you know, she's Black adjacent, okay? So she hung out with the Black girls. She was down with the Blacks, okay, on the show. And I feel like that's maybe not what production saw for her. You've never seen on Love Island or even any dating show like this, really, like the
Mm-hmm.
Black cast that we have be on top like this. This has never happened, like,
Right.
ever.
Yeah, I
So
can
I
see it being a very unexpected thing.
mhm
It's just like, Leah is this rich Persian girl. Like,
mhm
uh, they didn't see, I can see that they were like, oh, like, I wouldn't even think that she would be friends with Janae and Serena, and definitely not to the level that they are. I
right.
thought that it was going to be more, I think production thought it was going to be more so like, oh, Kaylor, Liv, Leah. But really,
Mhm
that wasn't the case. It was like Liv and Kaylor,
mhm
Janae, Serena, and Leah was kind of in the middle. Like she could float in between. Like she could be cool
mhm
with one, cool with that, but you could definitely tell I'm on this side. And then Nicole was just
mhm
sprinkled in just by herself.
Kendall with Kendall. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't really care for that, but I will say that the viewership has like taken the three of them, Serena, Janae, and Leah, and like put them on this pedestal to the point where there's nothing that production could do about it. Now, Leah is getting a lot more of the shine, and some people find issue with that because they think it might be a colorist issue, but I don't even think it's that. I think that Leah is a relatable Kardashian figure. Okay, she
Mm-hmm.
looks like a Kardashian adjacent. She grew up and lives in Calabasas, but she's relatable. Like when you go and like watch her TikToks and hear her speak and different things like that, it's like, oh, you have a farm, you live on a farm, but you grew up rich. and you have a personality, you cuss too much. I don't like the fact that she's always calling men bitches because, granted, do I call men bitches in my head? Yes. But I just think she's just too disrespectful sometimes. Like, please relax.
Well, I have a theory about that. I have it.
At that
Well,
age, because she's young,
no,
what?
no, not even because she's young. I
Oh,
feel like as Black people, we look at the word bitch as it relates to men in a completely different way than other races do.
no, she's calling them, like, if she could say bitch ass nigga, she would.
I know that she means it derogatorily, but it's just like if I were to call a man a bitch, like trust me, I went through a whole long list of other names that I could have fucking called you, and I purposely chose bitch because that's what you are. Like there's no other word that could possibly describe it because you just know what's associated with that. I don't know about other people, but Black men don't tolerate nobody calling them no bitch.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So it like in
Mm-mm.
growing up Black, you already understand that. So it's just
Yeah.
like you really like I could give you the 10th fucking degree, but I could call you every name in the fucking book, but it's gonna be very, 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 very you really this is the most fucked up you could possibly ever be.
Like, I feel like the most derogatory word I could call a man is a
It's
bitch.
a bitch.
Like, even if I want to say you acting like a bitch, that's
Yeah,
still like,
ooh, like,
like,
you don't say you're right. You don't fucking say
you
that.
don't
But
say
I
that.
don't think that in her mind that even that thought process crosses. It's like, yeah, it's disrespectful, but not to the degree that
That we
we think
perceive.
it is.
Yeah.
So it's like to her, it's like the same way I would call a bitch a bitch, you're a fucking bitch. Like, what is wrong with you? I think it's for a lot of
Yeah.
like different races, it's
Equal
just kind of like,
opportunity, bitch.
yes, it's equal opportunities over there. And here it's like, nah, we discriminate. We save the bitch
Yeah.
for the people that really need it.
Yeah.
We keep it in the
Mm-hmm.
bitch box, okay? Keep
Mm-hmm.
it in the box. But yeah, I think that she is relatable.
Yeah.
She's
And she has a good
relatable.
personality. Her one-liners
One
go
liners are
crazy.
hilarious
Like, yeah. I
because
honestly
I
think that her and
all day to
Janae were
myself.
made for TV.
Yes, like all day to myself. And now you're sitting in three home all fucking day. But now you're still here with your overalls, bitch. She's just so fucking funny and she has like dry ass humor and I love it.
I
It
love
is
dry
just
humor.
like
Mhm.
mm, that shit
Mhm.
is so funny. That girl is hilarious.
No, yeah, she's funny. She's funny. I do think that
She's
she
fucking hilarious.
deserves all of the shine that she's getting. Um,
Yeah.
I do think that, like, I think with Serena, right? Like, I feel like she should be getting more shine. She's getting shine, but I feel like she's kind of holding herself back because you could tell she's really not like a social media limelight, like I came on the show to
Hmm.
be famous type of person. Like, this was an accident. I'm pretty sure she did not think she would even make it as far as she did. And you can
Yeah.
tell. Like, she disassociates very quickly. Like, okay, like, I'm just trying to get back to the bag with my man and just have fun. And yeah, like, you could tell she's overstimulated a lot. Like, even at the reunion, I feel
Hmm.
like her and Cordell should have had at least their own segment,
Yes. They
and
definitely should
they
have and they didn't. Like to
mhm,
even go up there and discuss how well, I guess production ain't gonna let that shit air. To be like how production even painted them as a couple. Like, cause I told you
mhm,
them, they was giving me the fucking ick. Like,
mhm.
but
There was one point where I did not like them. I did not like Serena. I didn't
yes,
like
like
how I didn't like any of it,
I
but
hated it. I was just I hated him on my screen. He's still goofy as hell, but
he is goofy. But he's
cha,
him. He's him. It's like, at
he's
least
him. It's
he's
very
consistent.
authentic. This is his
Yes.
personality, and it's
Yeah.
like, all right, cool. That's just who you are. But I
Mhm.
didn't like not even talking about the fact that Serena gave Cordell a ring, like all of the different things in their story that production didn't even let happen. Yes, they've discussed
Mhm.
it off of this off and on interviews, but I wish they would have gave them their own segment to discuss those things. Like, no, I don't like
Yeah.
how I was portrayed because all of these things were unfolding and taking place. And I feel like it would have been good to get the other cast members like responses and see
Mhm.
their reactions to that.
Yeah.
whether verbal or nonverbal. I like to see what the hell be going on and who be making
Mhm.
a face and who body language looks stiff. Like, I need to know. And
Mhm.
I just feel like we were not given that opportunity. And they did that in a lot of the different segments that they had. It was just
Mhm.
like, ugh, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like I don't know. Well, I did hear that they got to set around 6 o'clock and they didn't finish taping till 1. They didn't really start until like 11 because there was some drama going on with the cast and there was drama between Aaron and Kaylor and all these different things. Now, granted, at reunions for any reality show, you know that they're there for hours upon hours. But to be there and only be taping for 3 hours and you were there that long, like I really would love to know what happened because Serena and Cordell, they look like they was over it. Serena ain't say one word. Cordell always be looking lost anyway. He's just here for a good time.
Yeah.
He don't even give a
Yeah.
damn.
I think that really like fucked up the reunion because it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, I feel like at that point you should have had everybody in their separate quarters. We're not going to let y'all mix and mingle. We're not doing green rooms for
Mm-hmm.
boys, green rooms for girls. So we could just get started because us as the fans, we miss out on a good opportunity because of a really good reunion to close out the best season of Love Island that there has been
Mm-hmm.
because y'all don't know how to do your job.
Now, mind you, Love
Or are
Island
you trying
typically
to,
does not
I
have a
just,
reunion. I think there's only ever been one other reunion, and I did not even. I've
so
never watched a Love Island reunion.
that makes the shit even fucking worse. So it's like, you mean to tell me this is the biggest season that y'all have had? Y'all have only ever done one fucking reunion, and this is what you give us?
Now, mind you,
This?
I was entertained, but I feel like when it comes down to getting to the shits, there's a lot of shits that wasn't gotten down to.
Yes, I wrote down, okay, like when are we getting to the shit? Multiple fucking time. Like even when they got to Aaron and Kaylor, it's like, yeah, Kaylor went off, but I really don't feel like they could have really got to the shit.
Mm-hmm.
They could have really got to the fucking shit. They could have asked Aaron so many different questions. Like, okay, well, we saw the whole shit happen in Casa. And from Casa on, every single episode, you was doing some stupid shit. So how did we get to this point? Because we can't just blame it on Casa. Oh, why did you actually bring Daniela back? If you were so Kaylor, why the fuck did you actually bring her back? Did you bring her back, as people are saying, in order to keep Rob there, or Rob brought her back just in case Kaylor broke up with you? Like, let's get to the things. Call spades
Mm-hmm.
spades, put people on the spot, and let's see what they gonna fucking do. Like, goddamn it, I
Mm-hmm.
could have did this shit.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's something else had to have happened because there's so many
Something.
little things that were missing. I also like if you're listening to this and you're not in the Black community, you're not gonna get this. But when
The girls
niggas
who get
bring
it.
up when these niggas be bringing up their dead loved ones, now
Oh my God, not the dead granny. Just, why is that such a thing? Oh my God, that is the classic I miss my grandma tweet. Like, shut the fuck up.
now granted,
Like,
I think if I was listening correctly, I think it happened like fresh at some point during this mix. But
yes,
I
it
was so
did. But
confused
what the
because at
fuck did
first
that have to do with right now?
nothing, but I'm confused because first I thought I heard him say his brother died, and then I heard grandmother, then I heard grandfather. So who passed? I'm being serious. Like who passed? Do you
I
know?
don't fucking know. I don't fucking know
Well,
because
his
I
loved
was
one.
just so stuck. Like, you weren't even there for me, nigga. You was in London. Like, are you okay? What?
And she
What is?
literally said, "I've called, text, checked in with your family." Like,
Yes, yes. So it's
nigga,
like,
I don't
what
even know your
more?
family.
Barely fucking know you. Clearly,
Like
like, what more of being there for you do you want?
he wanted
And
her
why
to
are we
not go
bring?
do an interview. That's what he wanted. He didn't want her to go do an interview. My thing is, it might have been
Well,
different
no,
if
he said the she had already did the interview before the death happened. The interview
oh
aired on that same day. So he really tried to
oh
do the okey doke as if somebody died that day and then she did the interview. No, the interview was already taped, already done. It dropped on the same day.
sir, there's nothing she could have done.
Like me not doing this interview wouldn't have bought Granny back.
Especially because she did it before Granny passed. Like, please.
Just be so fucking for real.
We all love our grannies, but
When
like,
people start bringing out the dead relatives, you know that is the classic. Oh, I fucked up and I need some sympathy, like from somewhere.
we've seen this too many times. Offset, he loved tweeting, "I
He,
miss my
he,
granny."
a child. Granny can't even roll in the grave no more. She is just
Granny is
completely flipped
tired.
over. Yeah, she gave up.
The least you could do is go put some roses on her thing.
All the poor grannies, all the poor dead grannies out there, like
Y'all
they
niggas,
tired of you using them.
like,
They
please leave
tired.
Granny alone. Let her rest in peace. Like, you probably are grieving, but for you to bring that up,
Right now, in the midst of what we're talking about, like no,
he
no.
it really gave, like, I'm gonna say this so you guys don't dig in my asshole like Rob. So yeah, sorry.
Just saying, like they
I'm trying to think who we missing as far as couples.
they didn't really give Kenny and Janae their shine. They didn't give nobody
Mm-mm.
nothing. They didn't
Nobody of
really give
importance.
it
Not even
to
Leah and Miguel. They didn't
not
even
even Leah
really.
and Miguel. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
give it to nobody. So it was just watching an hour and 20 minutes. I'm just like, at the end of it, I'm like, well, what the fuck did we discuss? Because we didn't get to none of the shits. Janae did not get the opportunity to pull that paper out of her, wherever the hell she had it, to pull that paper
Mm-hmm.
out, turn back around, look at Connor's dusty ass, and
Mm-hmm.
really give him the fucking business. I really wanted her to read him for fucking filth, while the Dominican Poppy Kenny was just like,
Dominican Bobby.
like, and I did want to also interject. He was very irrelevant, and I don't even know why they brought all these extra people who didn't say a word on the show on that
Um,
couch. Coy knew that Janae was not fucking playing. The way he said, let me apologize right fucking now before she get an opportunity to say anything about me. He heard what she said.
mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah, let me go ahead and get my shit out
Yeah,
the
I
way
don't want
right
no
fucking
smoke
now.
queen. I don't want no smoke queen.
Because he already knew his name was on that paper.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
She was going
But
to rip him a new one.
I really feel like, unfortunately, all of the black men on this show, other than Cordell, they all like gave like gaslighting narcissists and like you really want to be the prize. It's giving no. Like
Yeah.
I,
It's
and
very
that's one thing,
unfortunate.
Cordell, he's not my cup of tea. He's just a little too goofy. Maybe it's the age. I don't know. He's just very goofy, very unserious, very lost in the sauce. Authentic to himself. Love the energy. He makes me smile, like a
Yes.
cousin. But I
Yeah.
can honestly say that, like, at least he was never disrespectful. Did he make some poor decisions with the Daya girl, Deja, whatever her name is? Sure. But that's what the show is about. He was supposed to go over there and test his connection. Cool. But he never was disrespectful. I feel like he was just a little bit too lenient sometimes. Like when he finally did buck back, I think that's when Serena's like, "Ooh, okay, cool, all right, cool." But
Exactly.
he
Yeah.
he ain't buck enough, but
Yeah.
he bucked just enough. And I don't know if that's because like that's genuinely his personality, or for the fact that he has a very famous brother, and he said, "I can't be on here embarrassing my family, so I need to make sure that I'm on my P's and Q's." I don't know,
But I
but
also liken some of that to we didn't see everything. So I think that in a lot of situations, like how he handled Serena kind
hmm
of matches more so all of the things that we found out, like more like the
hmm
seriousness of their
hmm
relationship. For even when like even after the Casa situation, like even though she kept talking about it over and over and over and over again,
hmm
and it was just like, okay, we have an argument at the dock. Now we have an argument here. Now you talk,
hmm
you expressing your feelings to Kendall. He kind of just handled it as if clearly somebody that cared about their like
yeah. hmm
partner. It was just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna let you get your shit off and just
And
like,
Serena also, she was getting her shit off, but she wasn't saying nothing. Like until he was like, "Yo." tell me what the problem is. What is wrong with you? She
Yeah.
never said how she actually felt. She just kept saying, like, pretty much, you're a dumbass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she just was going off. But it's like, you're not saying anything in the go
Yeah.
off.
And I think
Like,
that part of that was because I think she had to come to the realization that although y'all were getting serious or serious that you was bullshitting for a lot of the time. Every single
you
and
never
granted, you
gave him
say
that reassurance.
yes. So it's just like, now I think she kinda had to like, okay, this is kind of like a taste of my own medicine kinda
Mhm.
thing. And
Mhm.
that's why I was kinda just like not really saying anything because we all know what can we fucking say when like, damn, we caused some of this problem.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if she had been providing him the reassurance, even when he was willing to sit there and just like be in the fucking friend zone,
Mhm. Mhm.
like even just a little bit of reassurance, like, oh, if you're developing feelings, if she would have done that from the jump consistently, I don't think he would have went to Casa at all.
Mhm.
I think didn't they go to Casa right after the whole dance night thing, and
Yeah.
he was still dancing and she dipped.
Mhm.
So it's just like if I feel like if that doesn't happen, he doesn't even go to Casa at all. I think
Yeah.
he would have been the only guy to stay. If nobody else stayed, I think he would have stayed.
I mean, production probably wouldn't have let that happen. Production, I don't know why they talking about some you have the option. They've
Oh,
never done that before. That's why I was confused. Like,
okay, true. But he would have not engaged
right, right, right,
in
right, right.
anything
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
that hadn't happened
If you had like a
right.
little, yeah.
Yeah, right
Mhm.
prior to it, just like you just literally just left me hanging.
Yeah.
And then that. So yeah, I feel like in a lot of her argument, it just was kind of like, okay, you mad, but now you really got to figure out what it is that you're mad at and accept that, okay,
Mhm.
part of this, I fucked up. I did that.
Mhm. Damn, they should sit and come talk to
But
us
yeah,
because
hello?
I
Because
was
I got shit that I
entertained.
fucking need to know.
Yeah. But also, I feel like some of the stuff that I feel like I need to know, I've stalked their TikToks and Instagrams enough to put the pieces together. So it's kind of like, I could kind of figure it out a little bit. Well, when it comes to like the main Sims that I care about, Rob and Kaylor, I can
Yeah,
give a damn less about their relationship. Honestly, if I never saw Aaron, I mean, I said Rob. If I never saw Aaron,
him
Rob,
too.
Connor, I don't care
I don't
about
need to see
them.
any of them.
I don't need to see them. They're not even entertaining to me at all. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, no. They could go. Enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Overall, I gave it a 5 out of 10.
5? Damn, that's low. I was gonna at least
I
give it
gave
like
it
a
a
I was
mm-mm,
gonna at least give it like 8.
mm-mm. I feel
Like,
like production did not do their job and give us a good reunion, a lot of opportunities to get to the bottom of things, allow other people to actually address a lot of the shit that was said,
true.
stuff in Villa, stuff out of Villa. None of that. They just missed all of those opportunities. Now, if it was due to because they had to rush because they only got it done in 3 hours, I don't
Mhm.
care.
Yeah,
That was
y'all
your
should have
job. That was your job should be somebody's job. You see all the activity happening on social media. So you could tell what it is, what people ain't gonna gel. These people haven't really seen them together. They might not still be in a couple or whatever. We just gonna keep
Mhm.
everybody separate. Everybody gets their own separate room.
But I also
When it's
feel
time to
like
go, come out on the stage, sit down, and now let's get to it.
that
Which is
whole
how other reality shows do it.
yeah, that whole 15, 20-minute segment of the raw, unedited conversation about sending Nicole or Andrea home, we didn't really need all that. I feel like they could have condensed that to about 5 minutes. Like,
Yes, they could have
I do
condensed
think
it
I do
because
think it was
people have seen
important
it.
to well, no, we didn't see all
No,
that.
I'm talking about like people have pieced so many different things together on like TikTok because there's even videos when everybody's putting up their hands and Leah never puts her hands up. So it's
Mhm.
like you already know she didn't even vote
Mhm.
either way. She didn't say one or the other. So it's like we already saw that.
Yeah, we did.
You could
But
have really like cut a lot of this.
yeah.
It was just like you wasted time that you didn't have. to throw this in there.
Yeah, we didn't need that whole segment. Y'all could have put that on the damn somebody could have clicked the link to watch that later. Like we didn't really
Yeah,
need
like
to that didn't
drive
need to
people to
be the
Peacock's
whole
YouTube or something.
yeah, we didn't need that whole unseen bit in the reunion. That could have been condensed to like 5 minutes to kind of clear the air.
Yes, especially
Yeah,
when there's other unedited stuff that we would probably have preferred to see.
like Aaron and Daniela.
Yes, like that is the unedited footage
Cordell
that
and
you
Serena's relationship. Like, yeah, production. I
exactly.
need to figure out who I need to write.
Yes, somebody, because take your cues. If Love and Hip Hop reunions can happen, if Housewives reunions can happen, there's no reason that Love Island can't get it together. Get some of those producers. Call up Carlos King. I don't know who y'all need to get in contact with, but you got to get in with a actual producer who knows how to produce good fucking television.
Yeah, because I mean, y'all know how to produce good TV when it comes to the daily episodes, but
Yes,
the
but the
reunion,
reunion, no ma'am. No ma'am,
mm-mm.
Pam. If this is going to be a continuing thing of like, oh, we're going to start doing reunions after every single one, get it. Call them
Yeah,
boys.
yeah,
And
we
they're going to
need
get you
some more.
right.
Yeah,
And yeah, because this could have been 10 out of 10.
it could
This
have.
could have been some of the
Because
best
everybody,
TV
everybody was
ever.
ready to be on their bullshit, especially
Exactly.
Liv.
So,
Liv came
exactly.
to stand on business. Janae came to stand on business. I said, "Oh,
Leah always standing on business.
oh yeah." I mean, and then we'll giggle after it. Like, girl, stop laughing. You and
Like,
Serena, y'all need to stop laughing. Y'all laughing too much. Like Serena was laughing because she's just like, "Yo, wrap this
because
up."
just this shit is done. Like, this
Mhm.
shit's so fucking dumb. Like, can we get the fuck?
Like,
But yeah, it was so, it could have been so much better. Next time, the unnecessary people who there's no reason for them to chime in and say nothing after a certain point, the people that left after the first week, get off the stage.
yeah,
Thank
y'all
you.
just sitting
Take your
there.
photo up. Now you look dumb. Because what are y'all saying?
Mm-mm. Nothing.
Get
Nothing.
out. There, there
Before
was
we
there was no need.
before we conclude, I think it's only right we talk about their looks. Like, what did you
Oh,
think
okay.
about their looks? So I'll go first. I feel like everybody looked okay. They looked decent enough. But the budget as far as wardrobe was definitely spent on that final four, specifically Leah, Serena, and Cordell. They had some expensive shit on. Like
Mm-hmm.
some very expensive shit. And I was just like, oh, y'all trying to put y'all bid in for New York Fashion Week. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Yes. Yeah. But I wonder who, well, Leah's sister always dresses her anyway.
Mhm,
So I didn't
mhm.
expect anything less.
But the pieces that her and Serena got were like vintage 1997. I think Serena's was like a I could look it up later, but it was like a vintage something from 1997, some runway walk. I want to say
Leah's
Roberto
sister, that's what she
Cavalli.
do. Yes, that's what Leah's sister do.
Oh yeah, she does. That's true. Oh,
So
cause their closet looked crazy.
I know
Yeah.
Leah's sister dressed them.
Probably. And then Janae, whoever did her makeup, I need you to do her makeup all the time. Her makeup looks so good. Not saying she doesn't normally look good because I think Janae's looks is very consistent. Like she
Mm-hmm.
looks like herself all the time. But whoever did her makeup, they did it. Cordell, I love how his fashion sense is very different. He just likes to dress however he wants to dress. He gives like early 2000s vibes. I could have done without the hat, but I did see the previous looks. Like every piece was fresh off the runway 2025. I said, "Oh, you exclusive boy." Okay. I get your vibe. I like that you didn't come in here wearing a suit looking all like Kendall, you know. But
Child with that Scarface goddamn suit on. Oh my god.
it gave Scarface real bad. It gave
It was
Scarface real
so
bad.
fucking bad. When I tell you, nothing pisses me off more than an all white fucking suit and a black shirt. That
Yeah.
shit sends me like
Mm.
no, nothing. there's nothing on this earth that I
Yeah, no.
fucking hated. It just looked bad.
Yeah,
Nicole,
I
I don't know
just
where the fuck she was going. She was going
Fashion
to the
Nova.
club.
Mm-hmm.
She was
Fashion
going to
Nova.
the club when she left. Rob
Um,
just dismissed.
uh, Kenny.
Andrea.
Wait, go back to Kenny. So Kenny, he always looks really like classic Puerto Rican. Like not
Mm-hmm.
bad, but not
Kenny
like
looked like I took this out of my
A-Rod or
closet.
something. Yeah, like you
Yes.
look like you would wear that. Like you know what I'm saying? You don't look like
Yeah.
anybody dressed you. You look good, but you look like this is what you would wear if you were going to wherever you're going. Like, you know.
Mm-hmm. Like it looked
Um,
very natural.
yes,
Like
so
this is
he
what I
looked
do.
good.
Like
Miguel is giving like somebody signed him to some agency. That boy look good. And you know, I don't
mm-hmm.
even like the little British boys, especially the light skinned ones. They give me something I don't like. I don't really like them. But he said, if you don't get his ass in a boohoo ad right now, I said, Miguel, you look good. You look good. I
Yeah.
definitely enjoy Miguel and his personality. Like he never does too much, but he always be having a little jokey joke. Like him and
Mm-hmm.
Leah, their banter, I love.
Yes.
But he looked good. Fresh fade with the little blue suit on. I said, all right, sir. Hannah, less is more, babe. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I don't want nobody cyberbullying you. But less is more. Please. I'm begging.
Yes. It could. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because the
That
girl's
part.
not ugly. But sometimes it's just
No.
too much. It's just too much.
No.
Like it just
She's
doesn't fit your face. It's not I just feel like if
I
you're
think it's more of that you know people like eyebrow blindness.
it's
I
I can't
think
even
that
say it. Makeup blindness, period.
yeah, I
Period.
think it's just I think if she went to like an actual makeup artist and didn't give any influence into what the look was going to be and she
Mm-hmm.
sees how it could look,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're talking
Because
about."
when
Like
she
I can
doesn't have
still
all
be
that
beat.
stuff on, yeah, when she doesn't have
Like
all her makeup on, she looks way better. Now, granted, I am definitely not a proponent for you getting up there like Andrea, looking like Alicia Keys, pissing me off. All she had on was blush on her nose and blush on her cheeks and some mascara, and that shit pissed me off. Like, girl,
out
please.
with a
Like,
nightgown on and just I was like, so she got up there barefoot,
but yeah,
not a
Hannah,
skin tint, nothing.
yeah, Hannah, I feel like, less is more. And you know what else? Not really just Hannah, but like girls in general that give heavily modified faces with the lip filler and the this and the that. Heavy makeup does not look good on you. Prime example. I don't know what exactly Leah has done to her face, but you could tell she has done something. Well, I know she got a nose job. Her and Janae both said they got nose jobs. Okay.
Mhm.
Leah got, I'm sure she has lip filler and she probably has something else. But you can see she don't be wearing super dramatic makeup because she would look insane. Like
Yeah.
the two
It's
don't
like
go together.
yeah, it's like fillers and stuff enhance what like literally what you did. So it's just like if you already put in filler, why are you still overlining your lip? Just you got the filler to achieve that look. So
Yeah.
you don't
So
have to overline it cuz now it's too much.
yeah, so less is more for her. Who else was even there? Daya looked good, but she always
Yes.
looks good. She's a very
Yeah.
pretty girl. I think sometimes her personality is a little, I don't know, because I used to follow her on Instagram years ago, because she was like a travel vlogger, blogger, whatever, and I liked her
Mhm.
content. But she looked great. She looked great. Kat, babe, I need you to wear a sew-in all the time. Because how you came into the villa was not the girl who was at the reunion. And let me tell
Mhm.
you, that girl that was at the reunion
8.
ate down. Okay? Who else
Like
was even there?
8.
Kaylor's always cute. I like Kaylor's style. I like how she looks. She's cute.
Mhm.
Um, Liv looked like a white girl from the UK that listens to Little Baby. She looks like Liv. Like, I mean, it's not
Yeah.
bad. It's not nothing. It's just
I
she
will
looks
say
like
Liv is
herself.
another one. She wears too much makeup.
Yeah, but I also think it's like who does your makeup because you can see like the patchiness in the foundation, like around the jawline. You
She be
know.
doing it.
Oh well,
But
girl.
yeah, I think
Mm-mm.
it's her and Hannah are like two in the same. It's like less really would be
Better.
better.
Who else was even
And
there? Mm.
Sierra was there. Sierra looked good.
Oh, she's a pretty
Harrison
girl. She
Harrison
always looks
looks
good.
good.
Oh,
He
Harrison
just
has a face of an angel. He looks like he should be on like a James Bond movie.
yeah, he just didn't say a word.
Mm-mm. He didn't
Didn't
need
hear a
to.
peep out of him. Him, Cassidy. Oh shit. She was in the back over there, the blonde, not Cassidy. I meant Cassie.
Oh, Cassie. Yes, yes, yes.
Even
Cassie's
though
another
Cassidy
one.
was there, and girl, I forgot all about her.
Who's
Um,
Cassidy? That's the one who came in with Liv or
no,
Nicole.
remember, no, remember, Liv came first day. Nicole came in with Andrea. Um,
Oh.
I think no, Cassidy was that one that when they did the like, oh, you had to stand, like you had to pick and choose, like the girls had to stand behind one girl, everybody stood behind Liv, and
Oh,
nobody stood behind
oh,
her. That's
oh. Okay.
her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That was
Whatever.
the girl.
Um,
Cassie,
yeah.
the
Oh
little
yeah,
short
Cassie.
one.
She was on
Like she looked.
another season of Love Island.
I think she was on season 5.
Was it 5? Yeah. I like
Yeah,
Cassie though, but I mean,
she was.
she looked how she looked. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah,
nothing like, oh damn, you look good. It was just like, oh, there's Cassie. Cool. Like,
yeah.
whatever.
That was all the looks. Is like the people in the front row. Well, in the center. Those are the people that needed to be there in the center, and everybody else
Mm-hmm.
was where they needed to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
But I'm looking forward to next summer
Speaking
for
of
Love
that, why are
Island
they doing Love
season
Island
7.
games? But why are they doing Love Island games and Love Island at the same time? Or did I mishear
Oh,
that?
I don't know.
They said summer 2025. Like, why are you doing Love Island games the same time? That's weird.
Maybe they'll throw it in the middle of episodes or like a part of like the after sun or something like
What
that.
they
You know, probably
normally
get
do.
people to watch it.
Well, people already watched it. Last season was good. Love Island games last season was good. I'm still confused. Well, you didn't watch it, but Justine and Jack, I don't know where their relationship went wrong. It should have worked. But that's a topic for another day. Also, Big Brother is back. I know you're not going to watch it, but
I'm not.
we started watching. And we also started watching Love is Blind UK. So,
Maybe I'll watch
mhm,
that.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
there it is. Because ain't
There's
shit to
always
watch
more
on
TV.
fucking TV.
It's not. I was gonna say there's always more reality TV and love shows to watch, but other than that, scripted just don't be doing it for me. Like I don't know.
Like, no, I've watched some good shows. I'm just out of shows. So I need all of the shows that are supposed to come back in the fall. I need them to come on back. Because,
Oh, Bel Air. Did you watch Bel
bitch,
Air?
I'm bored. Yes.
Okay, cool, cool.
That is it for the special edition. I am exhausted and I'm going to go to bed
Mm-hmm.
now. We stayed up at night. We have jobs. We have to go to work in the morning.
Jobs, kids, everything in between. Lions, tigers, and
Yeah.
bears.
Mm. But that's it. I'm going to bed
Bye.
now. Bye.